to the inaugural episode of The Doctor in the Kitchen. My name is Roxanne, and I'm truly a doctor. Part of my job as an internist is to counsel patients on healthy lifestyle, eating, exercising, etc. One problem that has surfaced many times is that people just don't know what to make. And it's much easier to just go out, buy something that's ready-made, and have that. Well, that's not the healthiest option. So I started giving people recipes in my office on little Post-it notes. Inevitably, they'd lose these Post-it notes and call the office to get the recipe again. Not the most time-efficient thing. One day, a patient had the excellent idea of creating a YouTube channel to post these recipes on. And here we are. Okay, so today I decided to start with something very simple. It's going to be an arugula salad with balsamic vinaigrette dressing. The dressing we make ourselves because the ones you buy in the store, I consider that a processed food. They often contain soybean oil and sugar and all kinds of things that are not as good for you as olive oil, for instance. So let's get started. Gonna start with a container. You can use an empty and washed out tomato sauce jar if you want. I prefer glass because plastic can leach various chemicals into your food and we don't really want that. So a glass container, an empty jar will do fine. We're gonna start with the oil, olive oil, and we're gonna put in however much we want. I am not using measuring for this recipe, but it's gonna be about half and half olive oil and balsamic vinegar. By the way, you can alter this recipe any way you want. If you don't like balsamic vinegar, you can use red wine vinegar, you can use apple cider vinegar, whatever you prefer. But this is just the basic, and you can, go from there. So we're gonna do about half and half, and I'm just gonna eyeball it because the oil and vinegar do not mix. Is that about half? Maybe. Maybe I need a little more oil. Perfect. Next, I'm gonna add my spices. So I'm gonna use garlic salt, and maybe I shouldn't plug Trader Joe's, but I love Trader Joe's. This is their garlic salt. It's basically sea salt and dried garlic, and maybe it has a couple other things in there, but not much. So I'm gonna I go like this so it doesn't get all over the counter, and I'm gonna crank about 12 times. So. Done. Same thing with the pepper. You don't have to use Trader Joe's brand, but. Great. A little bit of oregano. I know, this is a red pepper jar, but my oregano is from Greece. It does not come in a container, so. P.S. Greek oregano, it's the best stuff. All right, maybe pinch and a half of oregano. And the magic ingredient, Dijon mustard. Okay, this is the one with the seeds. You don't have to use the one with the seeds. You can use the regular Dijon mustard. You can use other types of mustard too, but I like Dijon. And we're gonna put about, what is that? About a teaspoon. Just put it in there. And we're gonna cover it. And we're gonna shake it. Oh God, don't look at my arms. That's it. You have dressing. Voila. Now we will move to the salad. You could use this dressing, by the way, on other types of salad. This is just the one I chose today. So we have organic arugula. We're gonna open the back. Dump it in here. Walnuts. If you're allergic, don't use them. If you prefer sunflower seeds, put sunflower seeds. If you prefer pine nuts, put pine nuts. I chose walnuts. Get that out of my way. And feta. A note about feta. That dried, crumbly stuff you buy in the grocery store is not feta. Okay? Feta is made not from cow's milk, it's made from sheep's milk. Sometimes they'll mix in a little goat, that's okay. And it always has that salt water. It's always floating in this brine, okay? That's what keeps the probiotics in the feta going. The dry stuff, no probiotic. This does. This is true feta. This is actually from Greece, but it doesn't have to be from Greece. Could be French, could be Bulgarian, whatever. And I'm just gonna cut off a big chunk and crumble it in there. You can put however much you want. This really adds a lot of flavor because, yeah, feta's delicious. But if you don't like feta, you can use a different kind of cheese. You can take some pecorino romano and throw it in there, or you can take some shredded cheddar, if that's what you like, and put it in there. Or you can use no cheese at all. Gotta rinse my hands because I have feta all over them. And that could be bad. All right, feta's in. Now what do? We dress the salad. So we're gonna put a little bit on. We're gonna toss it. Maybe I need a little bit more. Make sure you mix in all the walnuts and the feta because they tend to go to the bottom. Okay, so now we've made our salad. We have leftover salad dressing. Guess what? Put the lid on. Leave it on the counter. You don't even have to refrigerate it. It can stay on the counter for 4 days or so. And you can reuse it. So you can make a different kind of salad with this dressing tomorrow. And you don't have to do the work over again. Thank you for joining me. I really enjoyed doing this, and I will see you next time.